Hello, welcome to another edition of the Boarding Kennel's Board Game Blast, a quick-fire news bulletin several times a week covering new releases, game announcements, Kickstarters and all the other board game stuff that you need to know. So, what better way to start a super compact little games update than with a super compact little game? Small, easy-to-carry microgames are all over the place these days, but Kickstarter project Star Patrol Carrier Command is looking to go smaller yet. It's a project its designer says was born out of trying to create a game which is not just small and fun, but also cheap enough to print, package and post anywhere in the world for just $3. Alright, it's light fare. Each player gets a star carrier and 6 squadrons of fighters and bombers, and they take turns rolling a dice to see what they're allowed to move and attack with. Launched ships have to return to the mothership to reload and refuel before getting to line up again for a new run at the enemy base. Despite looking for just $450 to fund, Star Patrol has already passed the $6,000 mark and it's still got a fortnight to go. If it hits $10,000, it will grow from a single mission game to add new asteroid and trench run scenarios, with options for things like mines, dropships, space marines and science vessels. That sounds like a much more meaty offering, so why not chuck your $3 at it and see what happens? Right at the other end of the spectrum, we've got Fantasy Flight Games' latest attempt to leave your savings account a smoking hole in the ground. Yes, the publisher's given us the first in-depth look at the new Rebel capital ship coming out in the latest wave of additions to its large-scale Star Wars space battles game Armada. And it's a doozy! The Rebels are getting bolstered by their own Star Destroyer equivalent, the Calamari Cruiser, which spent most of the last bit of Return of the Jedi getting tanked by the Death Star before those little hairy guys on that moon saved the day. This is more or less a Rebel equivalent to the Empire's Star Destroyers, but rather than focusing firepower head-on, these guys are all about broadsides. That can mean launching into the enemy fleet and letting all guns blaze, or hanging around at a distance circling enemy ships as they struggle to bring their guns to bear. Picking up one of these things is going to set you back more than $40, which seems like exactly the right place to spring the inevitable footage of... It's a trap! If you don't have that kind of change lying around, I put together my own how-to guide for making a Calamari Cruiser, which you can start using in your Armada game straight away. All 5 Wave 2 expansions are due out in the third quarter. They include things like the Imperial class Star Destroyer and a Rogues and Villains pack with ships like the Millennium Falcon and Boba Fett's Slave 1. FFG reckon you should be able to pre-order from your local game shop now. And that's your lot for today. Don't forget to click subscribe down in the bottom right hand corner so you never miss one of these bulletins. Let us know what you think in the comments about the games that were mentioned today. Come and chat with us on Twitter, we're at boardingkennel_, and don't forget to come to www.the-boarding-kennel.com. Come and see all the news, reviews, interviews and all the other stuff we've got going on there.